The industry has made a lot of mistakes in the past, but fundamentally I think it lost control of the agenda. I mean, the real estate professionals are the ones who should be determining how real estate is used and how it's accommodated within society. Buildings are there to be occupied. They're there for a real function. And of course cities are made up of a collection of buildings that requires real professional expertise and understanding. And I think the biggest mistake that the industry made really was in allowing what I've termed the financial engineers to take over the industry, and treat it as just another way to make money. Yes, it can earn an economic return, must do, but it's not purely a money-making commodity. The industry needs to revitalize itself. That's not going to be easy because, as we know, the fundamental difficulty now is the big overhang of debt within the industry, and also very depressed economies, not just in the United States, but all around the world, which means that demand for real estate is reduced, and when there's no demand, there are either no occupiers and certainly no need for new buildings. These are integrated problems, and finding new finance to the industry really means new equity to replace the excessive debt that was there. This is in the hands of both real estate owners, which are now in a lot of cases are banks, as well as the real estate industry professionals themselves. So they have to work out a way of generating new equity. In the past, that might have come in through funds, particularly limited life type of funds. I'm particularly keen that we try and work this out using new real estate operating businesses, because that's where you get the professional knowledge needed to look after the buildings and occupiers, which lead to the generation of returns. If we can understand that and get structures set up to allow new equity, then eventually we will reduce these difficulties. But it will take a long time. I'm sure that it's going to be a pretty slow haul. In trying to address the longer term, we must keep in mind what I call the stewardship principles, which helps us to remember that we're not thinking only of ourselves. So we have to, in the work that we're doing, we have to think about whose interests are being served. We have to think about the time scale that's appropriate to the particular challenge we're facing. And then we finally have to decide, are we being responsible in the decisions that we're making.